We're Josh and Phoebe, and in 3 years we've sailed more than 6,000 miles along Australia's east coast. We've had countless once-in-a-lifetime experiences, but we didn't have the space on our Adams 35 to share that magic with others. So after 5 years living aboard, we realised we'd outgrown the pod. Then we found her, an abandoned Kelso 57 catamaran, 3 owners, and she's never left the boatyard. $80,000 at auction, a mountain of work, and a dream we couldn't walk away from. We've gone into debt to buy her, and we can only afford 2 months in this boatyard. Every part, every repair, every 16-hour day, it's all on us. We took a risk buying our first boat with no sailing experience, and that paid off. But now, we've taken the biggest risk of all. Can we pull it off? Start small, dream big, sail far. We were quoted $50K to get 2 rudders built for this cat, but we had to borrow $50K to actually buy it, and our budget to get back in the water is about half of that.
We're going to be building 2 rudders for this boat. We're not paying someone because we can't afford to.
No, but we're not building blindly.
I have developed this really fantastic way of seeping all this information from people by talking to anyone and everyone who has professional or just first-hand experience with this sort of stuff. And we've connected with some amazing people. And what I'm doing is gathering all this intelligence and storing it in my tiny little brain, and then I'm cataloging it, and we're forming our own informed decision that then we're gonna go through and build from. And we've had some fantastic ideas from such a wide variety of people. So far, these things are turning out all right, and I'm really excited to share our progress with you.
But we're working against the clock at the moment. We ideally are gonna be floating within the next, well, most likely at the end of this next 35 days.
38 days.
38 days?
38 days.
Great. So that means that we're got to keep things moving. We got to make sure that by the time we start projects, we've got all of the materials and parts for that, which means planning far ahead and making sure that everything's arriving on time, which is perfect because today was the day that we were going to start building our rudders, and yesterday was the day that our shafts arrived.
And I'm really stoked to share the design with you. You would have seen in the last couple of episodes how we've been working and designing these rudders, and it's all come together, and now we have this tangible evidence of what we came up with. And I mean, we're gonna test fit it into the boat today. We're gonna see if it fits, but just sitting here, it's gorgeous, and they are tough. I've been told that many times that these things are over-engineered, and I don't know if you guys know, there's been some orcas taken down boats in, where is it, babe?
Yeah.
Gibraltar?
In Gibraltar,
So these things are certified orca-proof, or so we see. Let's hope we never have to refer to that in a future episode.
So we're gonna get this built this episode, and hopefully we're gonna find out if doing this ourselves was a gamble or a gift from our past selves.
Yeah, let's see how we go. This is the result of countless hours of conversing with really clever people on how to build our rudders. You can get a little bit caught up in following one person's opinion and then thinking you've figured it out, and then you hear another one that's completely conflicting. So that's what's so good about gathering all this intelligence and deciding by yourself. Regardless, these are the shafts that we've come up with. This is 60mm solid round bar, stainless steel 2205. 2205 is basically, it's a space grade stainless steel. So
and it was very hard to source.
Very hard to source and very not expensively affordable.
What?
Very not affordable. It was quite expensive is what I'm trying to say.
It was not expensive.
Welded onto our stainless steel shaft is 316 tangs. This forms the skeleton system of our rudder. This is what the foam and the glass is going to be laid around and held up with. We've had a 100mm long keyway machined into our shaft head. That's going to fit a 10mm key in there, which is plenty for keeping our tiller involved in what it's supposed to be doing. We've also got a 40x40 square head machined into the top. That's what our emergency tiller is going to go onto for steering the boat if we ever have to. And it's fantastic because we've also got a 10mm metric thread tapped into the top. So we can attach an eye bolt for lifting that in and out, or even just retaining it if we have to remove our clamping mechanism off it. This 316 stainless flat bar is 40x8mm thick. No rudders came with this boat, but we did have a really good clue to our system because someone's already installed all the shaft tubes and everything, which was this bearing. This was either the top or the bottom bearing. We had one for each side. but it gave us our internal shaft diameter, which is 60 mil. We've gone and gotten these machined. This is the top bearing, but first we'll start with the bottom bearing. We were lucky enough to get a block of acetal, 150 mil in diameter, from our mate James. He's just built a Mumby 48, and that was a bit of leftover spares from him. That's pretty much an $800 saving, so thanks, James. We've gotten a 5 mil lip machine into that. That's what's going to be our clearance from the bottom of the hull all the way through to the top of the rudder, ideally, because that's the convergence zone where there's a lot of pressure. So that's our bottom bearing. It then goes up through the shaft, and it's going to come up through our top bearing. The top bearing has a lip seal on it to stop any water that might be forced up through the boat at really high speeds or following seas, that sort of stuff. It's well above the waterline, but it's not impossible for that sort of stuff to happen. And seeing as we're building this, we get to gather all this amazing intelligence, and that was something that came up during the time from our mate Darren, actually. We've got a grease nipple that's been installed onto this top bearing. That's so we can pump compatible grease with the acetal and kind of seal that compartment. On top of our lip seal is going to be our thrust bearing. This is a pretty snazzy setup. The bottom half of that is actually machined into the face, so it sets really well in place. And this is what our retaining clamp is going to sit over. It's really amazing because that retaining clamp is actually covering a lot of that thrust bearing. Also has 2 grease nipples, so we can pump that full of grease. And what's so great about that is this is going to be load bearing, holding the whole shaft in place if it needs to wear onto that face. But ideally, that's retaining and taking all of that load. And this thing is, it's not light. It's not light. The 2 shaft materials together was 92 kilos, and that's just with shafts and tangs. So unfortunately, we couldn't source the shafts in tube in this grade 2205, and we were told that we had to use 2205 by various people that we extremely trusted. So look, we managed to source it, and it's working so far.
Heaviest thing on the boat so far.
Heaviest thing on the boat so far. I'm just amazed at how this has worked out. He's done so well getting this all built and designed. I mean, I just had the ideas and he drew it all and then built it all. So it's absolutely incredible. Now the $1 million question.
The 50K question.
The 50K question. Are these the right size? How did our design go? Are they going to fit in the boat? Is all this ideas even going to work? Well, we got to hang them and find out. So let's do it.
Oh my God.
Righty, just give me a sec because I got to get it in that top bearing. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
A little bit higher.
Can you move it away for a second?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Yep. Right, I slide that across. Yep, stop. So now we just got to go get that top bearing in. What is it like when you kind of, like an acknowledgement, but like this is showing how good the people who built this.
A testament.
Yeah, this is a testament to the quality and knowledge and experience of the people who built this boat. Our shaft angle is obviously not 90 degrees to the waterline or normal level, but it's so spot on to the hull shape. So it's 2 mil out from this point to the end of our tangs. It's just so gorgeous that they've lined up the shaft angle with the bottom of the boat angle. I love it. It's so clever. All right, this gorgeous shaft is in place. Now our top bearings.
Oh. No. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, at least we're not in a small room. Otherwise that would have been really loud.
Well, that fits.
That's a fit up.
We're not going to put our lip seal in because I think once that thing goes in, I'm not going to be able to get it back out without damaging it. So let's go for our thrust bearing now. Oh.
Perfect.
Bottom lip. Oh yeah, alrighty. And now our clamping collar. Tighten that up equally either side. It's actually the rudder's got to come down a tiny little bit to be the right level. Yeah. Okay. Is that right? That looks bang on.
Whoa, there it is.
That's now tightened. This is how easy it is. Oh, I got to go remove the blocks. We got to go remove the blocks. We'll be sitting on the blocks.
That did not look easy.
So that's the design. It's rolling on that front lip. And the great thing is that these bearings are actually sacrificial. They're going to be the component that wears in this whole system that will be replaceable rather than having this tube section be worn and then having to re-tube it. It would be, I don't even know how to do that. So very clever designs. The reason that we recessed this bearing into the face was because we had to minimize the height that we had from the top of our retaining clamp to the bottom of our tiller arm. That's important because our tiller arm is driven on this horizontal plane by a hydraulic cylinder. If it's driving at an angle up and down, it's not designed to be like that. So we may have to lift that seat that holds the end of the hydraulic ram, but we'll see how we go.
Woohoo!
Super loose and easy to move. These will be epoxied in, these bearings, so at the moment they're doing a little bit of creeping, but we don't mind a bit of creeping as long as it's not on us. So we have an option if we need to, if we can actually cut the shaft off here, that's going to give us a larger section of breakaway, and this isn't actually serving any purpose, and it will cut a huge amount of weight out of it. Next step is we need to pack out around and inside our tangs, and we've got a little bit of Coosa board to do that. Pretty much we need to get these back out and start doing that.
Oh my God, there's a spider on you.
Do you know how to cut Coosa board? Oh, look in the sunlight. Hi. Hi, you little furry freak. Hello. All right, calm down. You will love passion fruit. Baby, it's so hard to say goodbye, I know. It has to be like this. There you go. Have a go at a mulberry tree, mate. Oh, there we go, and look.
Fantastic. Oh, this is the Coosa board. We're going to be using this to insulate around our stainless steel tangs and to fill up the insides of the stainless steel tanks because they've got a little void in the middle there.
It's a high density closed cell polyurethane, and it's reinforced with fiberglass fibers, so it's really strong. But the good thing about this stuff is that it's much lighter than plywood.
And it doesn't take in water.
Yeah, which means it won't rot as well, which is great.
It's 40 to 60% lighter than plywood, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we can use the same tools to cut Coosa board as we could with plywood, which is really great.
We have minimal tools, so
yeah, that's why it's great.
What we have. Yeah. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is have a 20mm overhang on our shafts, and we're just going to cut sections. Actually, let's start with the inside bits, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and we're going to have to be really strategic with how we cut this because this stuff is so expensive.
Yeah.
So we've got to really map out our cuts well.
We've just had a really fruitful visit from a couple of people, including getting a tool that we can even cut this with. So this is fantastic. We've marked out our first bit. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. At first, we're going to fill between the tangs because there's a bit of a void in there. So we need to insulate or pack that out with material so that there's no flexion in there. And yeah, that's just one of the designs we came up with, the design we went with, and now we've got to run with what we've done. So Coosa board it is.
First bit of Coosa.
See how precise your measurements were.
I'm a bloody electrician, mate. What do you want? What do you want from me? Do you want your house wired well, or do you want your Coosa cut right? Because you can only pick one. Oh, yeah, so no, it's not the right size, but what I've done is cut it a little bit bigger because I'm going to go and get the grinder with a sanding pad and we're just going to shape it so we can get a nice maximum fit. And yeah. Hey, Warren, I'm just going to be cutting some Coosa board. The wind's working in your favour, so I want you to know that you're not going to be getting any dust. You all right with that? Cool. Thank you. Right.
This is a practice. Understandable.
So these V-sections in the two bottom tangs are pretty much full now, but there's a fair bit more space in the top tang. So
Get a finger under there.
we've got almost 15mm, which is this is a 14mm Coosa board, so we could quite easily get another bit in there, and I'll just shape it down to maybe 8mm.
Okay, so following on from yesterday, we've got the cruiser board on the inside of the tangs. Now we're going to cut the ones for the outside. And then we're going to do the other rudder as well. We used the grinder yesterday to fare off the cruiser board, but we're actually going to use this sander today. And it's got a vacuum attached to it because it just creates so much dust. And it was too cold last night to have a cold shower, so I just had a hot shower and just felt all of the fibres in my arm. You're doing very well to make the most of that.
Ugh. Yeah, it's like
There hasn't been too much waste so far.
trying to not waste any, because I have a feeling we might need every single little bit. But it helps when it's being cut straight the whole time, which it has been, so
Yay.
great success. Does my hair look okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it needs to look okay because someone said, oh yeah, grow out your curls, buddy, to hide your receding hairline. Far out, man.
It's brutal
It's a
out
boat
there.
building channel. Like, what do you want to do? Anyway, we're trying to minimise waste as we always do. Reduce, reuse, recycle. This bit of cruiser board, we've got 80mm sections that we're cutting out. So 80, 160, 240, and then 320. So if we can get 320 from this edge, we'll have no wastage. Oh!
Perfect.
Oh, I'm wrapped. We're using every single little bit of this, so it feels good.
Does my nose look big in this? Be honest. So should I go across here?
Yeah,
To get to access
I think
those?
that's a good idea.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. Epoxy them on, and then we'll
This-
just cut a few smaller bits for there.
Yeah,
And
we could probably use the just the offcuts there to do those bits.
Yeah, but that's 80mm, and if we stop, I mean, maybe, because they're good 80mm runs, and if you, oh, well, maybe they'll be better at 60s. What do we need? It's 210 by 60? Oh, yes,
Spot on.
pretty much, yeah. Great. Do you want to mark them out?
Sure.
Or do you want me to?
I can do it. Pen. That is shocking. I'm not afraid to say it. I speak my truth. That is terrible. Well, at least it's not going on YouTube. So we're cutting up the blocks for the other rudder shaft now. Let me show you the offcuts from this. Oh yeah, there we go. That is pretty darn good. If I do say so myself. That, not so much. Maybe these can go to 7 lucky Patreon members. If you subscribe now, this piece of cruiser board could be yours. Or this one. 1,
That
2.
probably would have been a better way to do it.
Is going along like this, or just doing what? Dot, dot, dot.
Just doubling them up. That and that, and that. That's not for there.
That one goes under.
Which is longer, that one or that one? Oh yeah, they're both.
They're both the
they're
same.
both for there. That would have been a much better way to do it. Bugger. Far out. I just figured something out that I didn't do it right the first time. So what we've done instead is, because we're cutting out double of each one, we've just tried to maximize our cut and minimize our losses as we have been doing. So we're just going side by side rather than I was going to step them along and then we would have had all these different lengths. So it'll just make it super easy that I can just do one continuous cut and I get my 2 pieces. Pretty good, pretty smart, but maybe it's just really basic.
You're the smartest boy in the boatyard.
Thanks. In this little corner down
Yeah, you're
here.
the smartest boy in the boatyard wearing an overall suit.
Smartest guy working on this boat right now.
You're the smartest guy standing right there.
I'm a guy. Have you done much whittling before in your life?
I literally have done it my whole life. Yeah, that cruiser board's ripping through the pencil.
Yeah, you got to sharpen it every
You sharpened it
few
heaps.
passes. I'm ready to cut this now, which is extraordinary. A lot faster than our first few runs, but we're just learning as we go. It's just so much more optimal. Yeah, so you're going to come on my side
Yeah.
and I'll come on your side.
That is very straight.
Straight
Yep, yep. Straight police. Yep. Good job. Oh, that was a bit funky.
Next one then.
I can't wait to show you that video when Josh is concentrating, when he's skating or surfing or doing a job that's like a little bit yucky and he's not using one hand. The one hand is always sitting out like this and it just waves around in the air like that. Oh my God, ew.
Get it, girl.
I actually can't believe how lucky we are to be having this Coosa board, and I'm frothing. I can't believe we got this Coosa board for nothing. Thank you, James, and it's going to be the perfect amount to get us going on these rudders. It's just, the synchronicity continues. I feel like we're very, very fortunate. We're surrounded by people who are super giving and kind, and it's amazing. It's enabling us to succeed on this project, so I'm so wrapped. Does it overhang?
Yeah, it overhangs.
Righto. So now let's see how fortunate we are over here. The great thing about having these cutouts is we can optimize our work pieces. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that one.
Like that. Oh.
It's
Oh.
Let's see, does it fit? Let's see under there. Oh, how good's that?
You gotta love it.
How deep is your love?
A good trick I learned from my tradesman back in the day when I did my apprenticeship was, if you're cutting something and you're not wearing a dust mask like this tradesman kind of never did, you gently just keep blowing out of your mouth as you're drilling. No matter what you're drilling, even asbestos it works because it blows all the fibres away. There you go, the more you know.
Other side of the line, or is it not that critical?
That's pretty good.
How good's that? Thanks,
Nice
Ken.
and clean, isn't it?
So we just cut these off. I reckon you're right, Josh. I reckon they are about 8 kilos each. Let's get physical. Okay, cut. Here you go. Quick, my legs are stuck in the tang. Ow.
We're in a little bit of a race against light now. We're going to put a key into all of these shafts and tangs below our bottom bearing. So that's from here all the way down to here. That's going to help in adhesion with anything that we put on this, and especially when we start epoxying all our Coosa board onto it. So we're just going to hit it and give it a really good rough up.
Oh my God. How did he get these in here? I tried with all my might, but I could not get that board out of there.
Yeah, it is a bit tight, isn't it?
Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me. Wow, you're so strong.
That's up a lot nicer than ours.
Oh, that's the one that he hit with the paper. Yeah.
So maybe.
As in there's a better key on this one.
Yeah, feel it.
Yeah.
I've done that already with the grinder. But if you feel it, like it's
Yeah.
keyed, but it's not actually that smooth. So maybe if you want to give it all a rub
Yeah.
over now, I'll put it up there.
Key the other one though with
I'll
the
do the
grinder and then
same.
we'll, yeah.
Yeah, and then give it a rub over.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling like I'm slowing down a little bit. Need a bit of a.
Do you want some watermelon?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe I hit this first.
Yeah, reward.
Yeah.
Danny was saying that on this sander, this has actually got silicone in it, which is obviously going to be able to affect the way that it all bonds. So that's why we're going through with a key to make a mechanical bond. Oh my God. Do you think that's enough of a key for it?
Yeah, a little bit more. You know, you got a few,
Yep.
you know, smooth spots there, but
Yep.
the more you can do, the better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just keep alternating my scratches to get like a crisscross.
Yeah. I've actually got a random orbital setting on my hand.
Yeah.
You turn it over?
I've already turned it over. You can check the other side though if you want. Step aside. No. Just kidding. Yeah, it gets your thumbs.
Yeah, it gets into your hands. You should be wearing gloves.
Yeah. Should we do the next one?
Yeah.
Get up there. I nearly had it.
You nearly didn't.
I nearly did it all by myself. All right, let's get scratching. We got watermelon to eat.
Hello from another day.
Back on another day.
The night came and then it left and the day came.
And we didn't get any sleep.
No, if it looked like we slept, it probably doesn't look like we slept because
No.
we look bedraggled. We're just too excited to glue on the Coosa board.
Yay!
Where I'm going to be using some epoxy to glue the Coosa board to the tangs. We got this product from Fixtech. It's a 2-pack epoxy, obviously. Pretty excited. It should be fantastic. We're going to be using lots of good PPE. We've cleaned all our etched steel down now. We have a key in it, so it shouldn't have any problems binding. Let's start gluing the Coosa board inside the tangs. But first, we've got to hit it with acetone. So now that it's all dusted off.
You got acetone on that rag?
Yeah. So apparently when you do that, just see how dirty it is when you come off.
So dirty.
So
might have to do a couple of passes.
A new, like, now that you've used that.
Every part, yeah. 1 to 1. You're just going to eyeball it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have scales or anything.
Yeah. We could have a little measuring. Double glove.
Double gloving so we can maintain separation
The loving.
from the product. Oh yeah. Probably don't really need to double glove with this, but anyway.
Alan said he double gloves with this.
Let's see how we go.
Not the most precise measurements. Should be okay. Roughly a heaped teaspoon.
Now mix it all up for me.
Yeah, I used to mix alginate and stuff like that when I was working at a dental clinic. This takes me back.
What's alginate?
It's like a clay.
Is that to take
Yeah, to take impressions.
impressions?
Yeah, you would have had some done for your retainers when you had braces.
Retainers.
For your retainers.
So I don't think we're going to need this much.
Thin. I think Danny said yesterday, really thin layer. Like he said, not even 2 mil. Probably should be downwind of that.
And this is going off pretty quickly.
It's going off
today.
so quickly and it's cold and windy, so
I wouldn't call it cold.
it's a little chilly in the shade. How long does this take to set? Because this will slide around when we insert it, so will we have enough time for this to set and then put it in?
Yeah, I was just thinking we just do it all together because then
Yeah,
you've got
it's
to...
going to slide around though, but oh well. All right, should we have a dedicated epoxy rag?
Well, there's no real wiping of epoxy, I don't think. You just got to ditch your gloves and start again.
Right, what are you cutting that for?
I'm just checking that this is going to be a good little checker for us. Rather than getting epoxy all over our rule, I've just cut a little notch into this bit of thing I got out of the rubbish. Yeah, we can check that it's going to be center on that tang because we've got 20 mil overhang on either side. So we need to make sure that it's going to be as square as possible because that's going to help us with our foam and being CNC cut later. If everything's all higgledy-piggledy, it's going to make it hard for our friend Dane.
Should we mix up lots of small batches, do you reckon?
I think so.
One of the reasons why it's good to make friends and networks in a boatyard because we didn't have to go and buy these clamps, we could just borrow them. Thanks, Danny. That's a narrow one, yeah. There we go. Here's a wonky one for you. Oh yeah. It feels like we're in surgery. Clamp.
This Coosa board has to be glued on both sides of these tangs now, and as it sits, we're not going to be able to access it to get that glue on without rolling it, which is going to move everything. So we'll go find some blocks and we'll chop that up.
All right, let's go. Wait, why are we running? Josh Austin, what do you have to say about the allegations against you? You can't run from the truth.
I would if I could.
Lunchtime deliberations. We've just spent all morning epoxying on the Coosa board onto one of the rudder shafts, and now we're kind of having a little bit of second thoughts and guesses about how that's actually going to work when we CNC cut our foam and put it in. So to make life easier, I'm going to give someone else a call who builds rudders all the time and get another opinion to throw in the mix of what we're doing. So
Because we need a third opinion.
yeah.
We've got two contradicting opinions.
message saying he's unavailable to take your call.
Bugger. We hold Danny's opinion and regard it very highly. He's saying pack around with the Coosa board and try and take it all the way out to the outer profile of the rudder and then glass straight over the top of that. The guys at Ocean Degree have been helping us and are going to be CNC cutting the foam out for us, which is a 110 hardness foam. I'm scared that because we've put all this Coosa board in and it's not really all that even, and it's going to create more issues than what it's going to solve having it in there. What it's trying to do is take away the compression of the foam over time as the rudder does move and move and move and move. Danny says that foam and all this sort of stuff, it eventually compresses, so you get this slop in there that eventually gets larger, and your rudder will be turning the shaft and the tangs, but the actual housing, it'll just be flopping inside and then you won't get much movement. However, our friend at Ocean Degree is doing the CNC cutting. He works a lot with foam and the technology has gotten better and better and better, and Danny's kind of been working with older technology for a long time because Danny's been in the game for 150 years, I think.
He's got decades of experience.
Yeah, Dan's saying that that the material is going to be so good that you won't really get that compression. And I'm thinking that what Danny actually wanted us to do is take the Coosa all the way out to the edge and glass over it, whereas if we've just got tang, Coosa, foam, glass, is it actually taking away any potential of compression? Like I don't have the answers and I'm starting to worry about it because I want it to be quick and easy for Dane because it's going to be quick and easy for us and it's going to cost us a lot less and it's going to be practical, and what we've just done has just made it difficult. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Dane's the one who's mapping our foil shape off the NACA 0012 and he's going to be drawing that in CAD and then actually CNC cutting out the blocks, the sheets of foam we've gotten. So we'll have two halves that will then epoxy together around the tangs and the shaft that we can then start glassing around. So he's a big brain expert in that and I'm taking his advice very strongly, but I can't negate all these other really experienced opinions that I have. Hopefully this is going to give us the answer.
This is the decider.
Josh Austin, I was talking to you a couple of weeks ago about rudder shafts. I want to bounce an idea off you and just get your experience input, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, what we normally do is they lay up a solid sheet of glass, 10 mil thick or something.
A solid sheet of glass.
Yep, lay up a solid sheet of glass that goes into the tank.
Yeah.
And so that takes all the loads in right at the centre. Yeah, that takes all the trouble out of everything. Yep, and then you put the foam over the top, you glass, and then shape, and yeah.
Like I've just glued the Coosa on now and I'm looking at it and it's not even and it's just going to make it hard for the CNC cutting guys, so.
Yeah, it's still going to compress it.
Yeah, okay.
So you need something in there to push. Usually one skin goes on and you bond all that skin onto the tank and then the second skin comes over and then you bring it together.
That changes everything for me. All right, thanks Dave, I appreciate your time. That pretty much then is another contradicting opinion. Not contradicting, but it does confirm that we need something there to take the load around those central three tanks. It doesn't help us keep this project moving because we don't have the skills or the materials for that stuff right now.
Okay, so he's saying that there needs to be glass over all of the tangs, so the tangs are one unit.
It pretty much ties them together and then will dissipate the load of that movement through the whole contact area of all of the glass and then the foam that meets that glass.
So would we do that and then Coosa and then foam? Or does that negate the need for Coosa board?
We could leave our Coosa as it is. We could get
lay glass over the top of the Coosa and then foam.
And then foam. Best of all worlds.
That kind of load though on glass inside of the rudder, would that not make the fiberglass crack?
That's fiberglass is, we don't understand how strong it is because we've never used it before, but it's like ridiculously strong.
Because the load's coming from inside the rudder, not the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
This is building something for like trying to make it life proof. Because realistically the way we did it, if we didn't put anything around the tanks and we built them, like, you know, maybe in 10 years, maybe you'd have slop and you have to rebuild the rudders.
Yeah.
I mean,
we might not even be happy with that rudder design.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, like,
by the time,
but we want to do it right?
Yeah.
But like, it's just
we also have to consider that we got to get back in
we
the
got
water.
a time period. We can't get carried away here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard to make these decisions. These are such big decisions, and to make them so unexperienced, like, it's pretty much it could be a make or break thing. Well, not really. I mean, they're still going to work, but
yeah, they'll break in 10 years.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
James.
Hello, fine sir.
Oh, hello, good sir. How are you? And then you'll get slop, and then you'll get like within the rudder, you know.
Not sure who's giving you that info.
Well, the foam experts say that's not true. Maybe with the older style of foams, that's true, but
I don't think you haven't buggered anything up.
thanks.
What was your next move was going to be get the foam. Are you going to get sheets of foam? Won't matter if you've got Coosa or no Coosa. So they're going to like do a scan of what you've got and then fit the foam and then cut and fit the foam around that, aren't they? It'll make zero difference in that case. I'm a firm believer that the types of glass that are around foams, a lot of them are amazing. There's all sorts of different densities and stuff that you can get that'll definitely work. Thick and epoxy is another miracle. It's incompressible. So
Yeah, right.
and the Coosa's not gonna do any harm at all. And if anything, it's going to add some stiffening. As long as you fill any voids with thick and epoxy, and as you glue it all together.
Yeah, well, like everyone's got this through experience, right? And they've developed their own way because there's no textbook way of how to do something. It's just like, it's knowledge gained from experience, and that's the best, but it makes it very hard when you're just some young kid.
It makes it impossible.
Yeah, true. It is impossible. So good thing is we have all our outside sections cut. We just need to cut and shape the inside sections. So I guess we get onto that now, eh?
Yeah.
We're at a bit of a quandary.
Yeah.
We need your help.
Yeah.
We need someone's help. A whole day's work, we're looking at it, and if you are thinking it's not very good, then you're not the only one.
Yeah, we're feeling nervous about our cuts of Coosa and how dodgy it is. Yes, we're using old school methods, but...
From many different sources. We're pulling all these ideas from so many different people.
Yeah, but people like that have decades of experience and we don't,
They can cut Coosa straight.
Which is why our Coosa looks so bad. And so we're nervous about tomorrow. We're going to go see Dane at Ocean Degree and he's going to do a scan of it. And because, you know, it's millimetre accuracy, we're looking at our cuts of Coosa and we're like, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
Well, we're using precision technology with absolute amateur
precision.
work.
Yeah.
Absolute amateurs.
Yeah.
And we don't know how they're going to line up. In fact, we don't think they can line up. And we're faced with the idea now of what do we actually do? What do we do?
Yeah, we don't want to take it all off because it's a day wasted, but...
I don't want to take it off.
Yeah, well, Dane might say that tomorrow. He might say that it's not worth it.
The whole idea was to eliminate this compression of the foam. And this was not only not practiced by the guy who suggested it to us, he thought it's a new idea. He said, give it a go. And that's to have the foam butting up with the Coosa. But our Coosa's so higgledy-piggledy, the foam will be precision cut. And if Dane wants to follow that line, then he's going to have to map it out individually to the millimetre. It's impossible. It's not a practical, smart idea. We could try and square them up, but the issue is that where the foam and Coosa meets, it's not going to be a perfect meet.
So there's going to be air bubbles and...
Well, we're going to have to fill it with resin. It's just not best practice.
Yeah.
So we got to go talk to Dane and figure out what the heck we're going to do. At the end of the day, we're using his technology. He's a shipwright. He knows what he's doing. He's a CNC technician. And we got no idea.
Yeah, we're a bit lost. What do you reckon we should do?
Advice, please. We're taking advice from anyone that's got some. Experience advice only, thanks. Oh, sorry.
Well, righto, we'll see what Dane says tomorrow, and if we leave it, then we leave it. If we have to take it off, then that's okay. It's a day wasted.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The idea of that.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
We'll see what he says tomorrow.